Within days, Super Typhoon Uwan, known internationally as Feng Wang, exploded into one of the strongest storms of the decade.
For millions, this wasn't just another storm. It was a fight to survive the night.
Watch the debris coming down the street!
Help me push the bike, I can't move it alone.
We need more water over here.
It began as a whisper over the Pacific and grew into a monster.
By the time it reached the Philippines, its winds were screaming at 140 miles per hour, with gusts topping 160.
Waves as tall as three-story buildings slammed into coastal towns.
The air itself seemed alive, twisting, roaring, tearing everything in its path.
Before dawn, northern Luzon was no longer sleeping. The storm had arrived.
Power grids failed, streets vanished beneath walls of water, and homes built to last generations were shredded apart in minutes.
What began as a weather system had become a national nightmare, rewriting the map of the Philippines in less than 12 hours.
Hold it steady! Push!
I'm trying! The wind!
Just a little more.
It's holding!
This is the raw power of the typhoon. Yet, even as the waters rise,
The typhoon's destructive power was immense, yet the resilience of the community was immediate as they began the long process of rebuilding.
At 2 a.m., the monster made landfall.
Super Typhoon Uwan tore into the northern Philippines, striking the provinces of Cagayan and Isabela. In just minutes, entire neighborhoods were swallowed by black water. Coconut trees bent until they snapped.
Roofs peeled off like paper. Residents who had ignored evacuation orders scrambled for their lives.
East Asian families waded through waist-deep water, clutching children and flashlights as transformers exploded overhead.
The power grid collapsed, plunging millions into total darkness.
Across the coastline, 10-foot storm surges erased fishing villages, dragging boats, homes, and livestock into the sea.
Inside, crowded evacuation centers, schools, churches, and basketball gyms turned into shelters.
People listened to the storm as if it were alive.
the roar outside was constant, a low, rumbling sound that shook the floor and made the walls vibrate.
Mothers whispered prayers. Children cried quietly under thin blankets.
By dawn, the eastern horizon glowed red, not from sunrise, but from emergency flares and burning debris.
Northern Luzon was no longer a landscape. It was a battlefield of wind, water, and shattered lives.
Hold it! Pull it tighter now! I've got it! It's secure! We made it! Push harder, everyone! Come on! We're almost there!
When daylight finally broke, the world that emerged was unrecognizable. The storm had passed, but it had taken everything with it.
In Cagayan, Isabela, and Aurora, power lines dangled like torn spiderwebs over flooded streets.
Entire bridges were gone. Twisted rebar and shattered concrete scattered downstream.
Rows of houses that once lined the coast were now piles of wood and sheet metal, tangled around uprooted trees.
The first rescue teams moved in before sunrise. Coast Guard units, Arma trucks, and volunteers in rubber boats.
They shouted through megaphones, searching for anyone who might still be alive.
Many had spent the night on rooftops, waving flashlights or scraps of white cloth for help. Others were trapped inside homes, buried in mud and debris.
In Tuguegarao, the regional capital, entire blocks were submerged under 6 feet of floodwater.
The airport's runway was underwater. Commercial flights were grounded indefinitely, and more than 300 domestic and international
Antilles. The national grid operator confirmed that over 1.2 million homes were without power, and communication towers in several. Rescue teams described scenes of heartbreaking silence, Labrador dogs barking in the distance, the sound of dripping water, and
it's like the world just stopped.
Fuel stations were closed, food deliveries halted, and grocery shelves emptied in hours.
In some communities, neighbors shared rice and bottled water as soldiers distributed relief packs from the back of military trucks.
In the dark, flashlights flickered like fireflies across the ruined landscape, small sparks of hope in
I can't hold it much longer.
Sujétenlo fuerte. Tiren de la cuerda. Cuidado con la ola.
The typhoon's fury tested them, but the people of the coast would not break. They faced the storm with
Watch out! Keep moving! Did you see that? We have to keep going.
In Tuguegarao, the regional capital, entire blocks were submerged under 6 feet of floodwater.
Grab the rope, quickly!
Help me with the boy!
Watch out for the waves!
The typhoon brought unprecedented destruction to the coast. But even amidst the rising waters, the resilience of the people shines through.
Still, as the winds died down and the floodwaters began to retreat, one truth remained clear. The Filipino spirit.
Hey, together now! Pull! Come on, push harder!
All right, lift it on 3. 1, 2, 3. Got it.
Hold on tight, everyone. Move the supplies to the raft now.
Watch out for the debris. The water is rising fast.
Keep going, we're almost there. Hold on to me.
Watch out for the debris on the left. Grab it, grab it. The current is too strong. We have to go now.
Be safe, thank you. Pull it slowly now. Watch your step there.
We need more hands over here.
Help!
We are over here. Okay, this one is done. We have to secure the kitchen.